got Cameron Meisel on the phone with us, and he is joining us from the rental team. He is going to be talking about the rental store web today.
Well, team, thank you for joining today. Thank you, Richard. My name, as Richard said, is Cameron Meisel, and I'm the rental home office manager here at Carter Machinery. And welcome to the Carter Shop Talk, explaining the features of the CAT rental store platform. So this is the CAT rental store platform on my screen here for Carter Machinery, catrentalstore.com/Carter Machinery. And I'm going to just jump right into the demonstration as if I were a new customer who logged on here looking for to rent some equipment. So you have a couple of ways that you can look at equipment. You can go up here to where it says Browse Equipment, and it shows all of the different types of categories. Or you can do it right on the main page the same way, and it's the same list of categories. So for this situation, I'm just going to click on the aerial equipment, and you'll see it'll list boom lifts, scissor lifts, and vertical personal lifts. One other note is over here on the right, you see can't find equipment, get a quick quote. So you can use that if you're looking for equipment and maybe you have some questions, or maybe you're just having trouble finding what you're looking for. You can hit that, get a quick quote, and that'll go to our coordinators to help you, and they'll reach back out to you to help you make sure you get the equipment that you're looking for. So in this particular scenario, I'm going to go into the vertical personal lifts. And you can see it lists a couple of different options. It shows your daily, your weekly, and your monthly rates. Usually, the next step that a customer would probably do is, if they wanted to pick one of these, is add it to a request. So when they click on that, you'll see it bounces up to the shopping cart. So let's take a look at the shopping cart. In the shopping cart, you have the ability to see what you've added. You can change the quantity. You can remove. You have the ability to pick what dates you want to rent for. So let's say, for instance, on this one, I wanted to rent from the 8th to the 9th, and it'll show you your estimated price at the bottom for a daily rate. Or if you pick, say, from the 10th to the 16th, it'll show you your weekly rate. And once you've selected the item that you want and the date range, you hit Continue Request, and then that request will go into your local CAT rental store coordinator to manage and start working on your request. So let's look up here. We have some other options outside of Browse Equipment. We have About Us. You click on that, you can see there's some information in there about Carter Machinery. The next one is Locations, which shows all the rental stores. And this goes down to show all the different rental stores that Carter Machinery has. And if you hit More Information, it actually will show the store hours for that rental store also. And then we also have another option called Specials. And this lists different types of specials that we have currently going on for our online customers. So there's a couple of different ways that you might access this site. When you go to My Account, if you're a new customer and you don't have an account already set up on here, you would go to Create an Account. If you're an existing customer, you would sign in. So I'm going to go in as if I'm a new customer and hit Create an Account just to show you what pops up when we do that. You see a box comes up that says Create an Account. And this is where you would enter in all of your information as a new customer. If you had already had an account with CAT rental store, Carter Machinery, and you hit Submit, and then that will allow you to see your rentals, call things off, and manage your rental transactions on the site. But I'm going to log in and show you what it looks like once you're actually a customer that's logged in. So now when I go up to My Account, when I'm logged in, you see there's a lot more options listed. And you can pick individual options if you know exactly what you want to do, or what I like to do is just hit the My Account, which brings up the Home Account page for you. And this would allow you to see your rentals, call things off in here, extend rentals, ask requests to extend, see your job sites, your notifications. You can see your contracts. You can see your invoices, and you can print them out from here. You can you can look at your requests that are pending. Shows your dealers. You, as a customer, can set up your accounts with multiple CAT dealers. And you'll see that when you go up to My Account, you'll actually see multiple dealers here. So say you have an account with Carter, but you also have an account with our North Albin dealer that is now part of Carter. You'll actually see them both listed, and you can toggle between the two to put the requests in and see those accounts. You have your account details over here, and then you have your notification settings. So this is important if you are set up on the website and you want to receive notifications when you send in a request. If you want to receive that back, you want to select these on to receive an email or messaging through your rental alerts or just any messaging that the coordinators would send back to you when they're processing your transactions. So let's jump into job sites just to get a flavor for what we see here. So when you go into job sites, you can search job sites. I have a bunch that will pop up that are some examples. And then in the job sites, you have drop downs on the actions to deactivate or edit. And this actually works the exact same way as if you were in the rentals. Now, I don't have any rentals because I'm not a customer, but if you go into rentals, you would actually see a drop down that would allow you to request a call off, request an extend, request service, any of those kind of actions that you might need to take for that particular rental transaction. Next up, what I want to just take a minute to talk through is some of the benefits of this particular tool. So if you're an existing customer with Carter Machinery and you put a request in for a rental or a call off, the great thing about this is when you're set up in here is that these requests go to your local rental coordinator. So if you're dealing with, say in Salem, you're dealing with Matt, who's on the counter, when you put a request in on here, Matt gets those requests. So it's the same people that you would get if you called the store. And I think that's important because there's a lot of times that, as you know, that, Carter Machinery, we're not open 24/7. So if it's after, late in the evening or on a weekend or a holiday, and you realize you need to call off a piece of equipment or need to put a request in, instead of setting a reminder for yourself to remember the next business day that you have to call the store, you could actually go in here, call off the request, and then immediately when that rental coordinator comes in their next time they work, they get a notification and an email letting them know that you need help with whatever request you put in. Also, in addition to having the website, there's a Cat Rental Store app that we have. So and you can log in once you have an account that you've set up on either. You can set it up through the app or through the website. You can use them on either one. So once you're set up, so that allows you to mobilely use on your phone, on your iPad, and do all of these same transactions that you see here mobilely. Great, and this is the point where I've kind of shown you everything, and I'm going to open it up. Is there any feedback that you all have or any questions? If there aren't any, I'll pass it back to Richard.
Well, thank you, Cameron. It looks like a really useful tool to use for the rental fleet, so that's great. Thank you for sharing. We've got May 13th, which is next Wednesday. We've got a shop talk coming up on genuine cat parts and specifically filters and what's the difference. It's not a sales pitch. It's a technical difference between cat filters and everybody else's, and we'll talk about that. May 20th, the Wednesday following, we'll be talking about the free Caterpillar Inspect app. And then May 27th, we'll talk about parts.cat.com and how to use that tool and the great tool that is. So I hope that you'll join us for some of those or all of them. That'd be great. But so if you have feedback that you'd like or ideas on topics that you'd like to hear about, email us at shoptalkchannel@cartermachinery.com. And that email address is on the screen in front of you there. Just jot that down. And if you have ideas on things you want to hear about, please feed them back to us, and we'll communicate that to the appropriate individual, or we'll make a shop talk out of it or something. So thank you for your time today, and we thank you for your business. and we hope that you stay safe.